I disagree with your assessment.
Well, I disagree with your disagreement.
Oh, what are we doing back here?
Oh, we're back in Magilla.
Yeah, why?
Because way earlier we got a key from a certain cartographer named Kale, who we met in Forest of Fallen Giants. We
Right.
saw him playing with some rocks in a cave, and
Yeah.
somehow he gave us the key to his house. All right.
Whoa, what's with all the...
And then I have no idea why there's bloodstains here. Like, there aren't enemies in this room.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, they...
Oh, and that's that map. Oh, by the way, well, there's skeletons here,
yeah,
but
there are enemies down here.
like, look at them. They're not too threatening.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, in New Game, there's only one, and in every New Game Plus, they add one more skeleton. So I have no idea what's the limit, but that happens. Yeah. So that map upstairs. So certain bosses light up certain spots in the map. You see, there's 2 flames so far. The first one would be the last giant. The next one would be the Lost Sinner.
Huh.
So it's really like the important bosses that light up something
Right.
on the map. So I guess that's like, it's something. Maybe it would give you a better understanding of the geography of Drangleic, because
or would just
the actual
confuse you even more.
yeah, because the actual 3D environments aren't really much to go by.
No.
And by the way, this is where Chloanne will live.
Hi there.
Of course, she'd sit on some rocks because
Yeah.
she sells rocks.
Is that a comfy rock you got there?
She's got a different part of the skeleton. Yeah, so
Hey.
she only sells maximum 10 Titanite shards, and that's it to begin with.
Really?
Stand back.
Yeah.
This is dangerous work.
This
Apparently.
This guy's face is real.
He's like almost hollow. Oh, by the way, a pig followed me here.
Hi. Why is that?
Another useless traveler.
You having a bad time there, pig?
To labor with his
Oh God, there you
Ow.
go.
not roll around.
Ah.
Ow.
Flirtatious
Fuck.
vagabond.
Why is he trying to? What? All right. What's this pig getting at?
He's trying to kill me, that's what.
Let me have a look. But do it quick.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm being attacked by a pig right now.
No, he's still... Yeah, so by the way, Chloanne is this guy's daughter. So he does... he actually looks pretty hollowed,
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure what's up with this guy, but... So he does recognize Chloanne. He knows that she's his daughter. But Chloanne doesn't recognize him.
Huh.
And this point has been brought up. Like, those 2 characters never interact with each other.
Well.
Like, they're right next to each other. Like, you could just, start
Just say
a conversation.
hi,
And fucking Chloanne even is like, oh, that blacksmith kind of looks like my dad. Okay? Are you gonna do something about it? Apparently not. You're just, super glue your butt onto that rock.
Yeah. Can't be bothered to
No?
walk 5 feet over to the right and say
Yeah,
hi.
this game is not very, abundant in quests. Like, the ones we got so far would be Lucatiel, Pate, and Creighton. I think those would be the only ones.
There's that one guy who builds the ladders, right?
Yeah, we meet him in this
area,
area, and no, you talk to him once here, and then he's in Majula forever. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so not a lot. Wait, there's actually one other character who actually doesn't go anywhere. His questline is more to do with interacting with other characters, but the NPC doesn't do anything essentially.
That
you have to do stuff
didn't-
for him. That looks like a.
Do you think there was an illusory wall there?
You'd think. Yeah.
Is that a... He's got a... Does he have a magic staff?
He does. It might be a dark staff. I'm not sure. These guys are called Brave Wardens.
And he's just running at us.
Yeah,
Dude,
and for some reason he brings out an Estus when he's right next to us. So.
Oh, okay. It looks like he has an... Is that a spear or something? I don't...
It is a spear, yeah.
Alright. Don't understand what that was.
It's a spear.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, you can cut the animations.
Just coming out of the ceilings.
Jeez, we have a ladder for a reason.
Exactly. You guys aren't spiders. Come on, jeez.
This Devotee Scarlet. She only appears in Scar the first time.
So, alright.
And she just appears.
So you can get invaded while you're hollow in this game, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have to talk about invasion in this game. So, which might be like the most brain-dead decisions I've ever fucking seen in this game so far. You know, aside from, you know, the obvious stuff. You can still get invaded while you're hollowed.
Yeah.
And so how hollowing works is, like, the more times you die, the more your maximum health decreases.
Yeah. Which actually, one little touch I both like and dislike is that it, like, it reflects on your character.
Yeah.
So like
yeah, maybe if you die once, you don't look that zombie-ish, but if you die too many times, then you look like really bad.
The more you die, the more like you like
but if
fade
you
away.
Have,
basically,
if you have you know, full armor like myself, it wouldn't really change that much. But if you don't have a certain ring, it could dying so many times could
also this.
By the way, this
the most esoteric way to proceed through the game. Yeah. How would you ever figure that out? Just
how would you ever think to light a metal like column with a torch? But anyway, so if you don't have a certain ring, you can, if you're dying so many times, can take your health down to 50%.
Yep.
And that's terrible. You know, that sucks.
That's Demon Souls.
I know, but like that, there's a reason why they didn't have them in Dark Souls. Oh, we have this fast here. And like,
don't give me away.
So since invasions happen no matter what, I think unhollowed players are prioritized or something, but still, you can get invaded while you're at half maximum health, essentially, which would make it a massive cakewalk for the invader, which should not be the case. If it's any favor it should be stacked against, it should be the invader. You know, in a perfect world, it should be balanced between each player, but that's actually impossible to do. But if it's to go any way, the invader should get the disadvantage because they were the ones who picked the fight, so they are the ones who have to deal with it. And invaders have nothing to lose when they invade, but the host of the world does have something to lose, so they should have the easier time, you know. But since you get invaded while you're really hollowed and got low health, like,
where did he pull that ladder from?
Why is that the case? That's not the case in Dark Souls 3, though. Thank God.
Anyway, the reason I brought that up though is that because you can get invaded while you're hollow.
Yeah.
Can you summon while you're hollow?
No.
Because of course
you can only summon when your health bar is back to its maximum.
Yeah. Because
so
they really don't want to give
I heard in Dark Souls 3 that you're more likely to get invaded if you've summoned a phantom, which is great. That's good. But compare that to this, where you can't summon, and you potentially have half health. You still get invaded.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
So is
don't know
there
why they did that?
Is there like a hollowing system in Dark Souls 3 as well, I guess?
There is, but not. It's very different.
Right. Can you
Like
still...
you can actually, in my first playthrough.
Oh god. That is horrifying. He
Yeah.
should have fallen off. Why did you
As-
remove the ragdoll
You
physics?
you should perform the circus. So in my first playthrough, Dark Souls 3, I missed out on the hollowing mechanic because you obtain the ability to hollow out from an NPC, and that NPC, like I didn't interact with them enough, so I missed out on hollowing.
Strange.
But hollowing does have a benefit essentially. But I don't really want to spoil why players would favor being hollowed.
Well, does it have the same like multiplayer mechanical effects as?
No, I don't believe hollowing in Dark Souls 3 affects multiplayer at all.
Interesting.
But they essentially replaced. Well, there's essentially two states in DS1 and 2. It's hollowed and unhollowed.
Yeah.
They replaced that with normal and like super powered up Lord of Cinder mode, which the difference is that in Dark Souls 2, the two states of player max health would be would be 100%. And below 100%. In the case in DS3, it's 100% and above 100%. So,
right.
Which, it might not seem like it would be a difference, but it actually is a difference. Like you actually feel powered up half the time instead of feel powered down half the time.
Right.
Which is a much better mechanic.
So when you're in the the normal mode, I guess, does that have the...
You cannot summon.
Right, okay. Alright. Interesting.
So, and you can't be invaded while normal.
Did that devotee just break a poison pot?
I think so. Oh.
Oh, hey, look at this guy. He's,
Hey, Pate.
He's wearing one of the armor sets from the first game, sort of.
I think, he's wearing the standard set, I think. And you get all of his shit.
Jeez.
Only if he survives the last giant fight.
Huh.
Well, we meet again.
Do you run into him again after this?
You will run into him one more time after this.
So what happens if you kill him now?
Then that's, I'm afraid that's the quest over.
Is he gonna push us down another hole when we run into him again?
No. This isn't Patches. This is Pate. Alright?
So good. Oh god. Well,
He's gone.
well, alright.
So is she.
Go for it, Scarlet.
I don't know where she went. Yeah, so... I think I mentioned this in Dark Souls 1 playthrough, where perhaps the reason why Pate gave you all of his armor, alright, is in hopes that you'd look like Pate. And then the next time you'd run into Creighton, he'd think that you're Pate, and he'd try to kill you.
Does that work?
It does not. But I like to think that's what Pate was hoping for.
That would be a cute thing for them to add, though.
Yeah. Cover for me. I'll be right back. Right.
So, I don't know. What do I want to talk about? I've been, well, I've been dying like that in, actually, I haven't been playing most, anything else except Cyber Sleuth lately. Although you, lovely watchers will probably be a couple episodes deep into Shadowrun Hong Kong by now. What's that guy doing?
He's doing a safety dance on a ladder. Yeah. So you're gonna find tons of these guys in this area. It's
of course.
Quite ridiculous.
But anyway, just.
If you remember correctly, hang on.
Oh God! Why did we poison ourselves? Why? Is that? Are we melting the what? Oh.
No, this is the reason.
Another illusory wall, of course.
Yeah, because if you recall earlier, someone was shooting fireballs off the tower. This is revenge.
Looks like she's wielding a mirror.
Might be. I think some sort of fan.
Strange.
It can get really hot.
Oh, and
even with those clothes on. Yeah, this area is kind of a slog.
And then, oh God,
these guys just show up.
Just out of nowhere, just more. Come on, Scarlet, you're not helping at all. Like,
no, she even sees the enemy across the hallway, and then.
Oh, is he? They're headless, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, you just noticed.
Okay. No, well, I sort of noticed it earlier, but I didn't know if they were like just wearing weird hoods or if they were actually like headless.
No, they're headless. Oh, I don't know if you saw the drops they did, but their outfit is called Mannequin.
Oh.
So they're not guys. They're mannequins.
Well, I mean, close enough.
Either way, they're they definitely do not. It's almost a lie. How they were portrayed in the reveal trailer.
Yeah.
Because they look so cool. They had their heads in the reveal trailer.
Man, oh, hey, look at that. The mannequins in the original Devil May Cry terrified me when I was a kid.
How old were you?
Let's see, I first played that when I was oh geez. I mean, obviously it was after I got a PS2, so probably like 14, I guess.
Right.
And yeah, it's just like I've never been particularly comfortable with dolls and doll-like creatures.
Creepy like little girl dolls.
Yeah, and yeah, like the animated mannequins in the first Devil May Cry game were just like, bleh. It was like right in the center of everything that made me uncomfortable.
My weakness.
Yeah. Also, oh God. Man,
yeah.
Those things do deal a lot of damage, don't
I
they?
could not have predicted that. In my defense. Fade forward to taking the smart route, and look at that. Look at how close and massive that blast was. So it's pretty like,
This might be
so just to make sure.
This might be heresy to say on the internet, but
oh boy,
because people always complain about Devil May Cry 2, but Devil May Cry 1 is not that good.
Oh no.
it really is not.
Okay, you know what? Maybe people might forgive you. They might, depending on your opinion on DMC Devil May Cry.
No, I liked it.
you just swayed them further away.
I will
with your statement.
DMC, I like it because I think it has better environmental design than any of the other Devil May Cry games. Like, I think the levels are more interesting to play, and I think they're more interesting to look at, and I think that they're actually, like, their level design is more straightforward than like DMC3 had, but honestly I don't see that as a downside because most of the most of the circuitous level design in the older Devil May Cry games was literally just padding out the game anyway.
Okay, you know what? You might turn people around with your opinion on the redesign of Dante.
I mean, I don't care about it one way or the other. It's never really bothered me. I like his new coat actually. I prefer the all right, I won't say I prefer it, but I like both the classic Dante overcoat and the new Dante overcoat.
You only pay attention to their coats.
I mean, I don't like.
Oh, by the way, Bashful Ray is back.
Oh, hi there.
Beloved character Bashful Ray.
Cause like the characterization of Dante was meaningless anyway. Prior to.
He likes pizza. That's. That's something.
He's basically just a human version of Sonic the Hedgehog with like an edgy, violent streak. Like that's it. That's what Dante is. So. Like,
yeah, but does Sonic ever want to fill your Dark Soul with light? I don't think so.
Probably. Maybe that's Shadow rather than Sonic.
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't put it past Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. But like, the one thing I'll say is that DMC doesn't have as good combat as Devil May Cry 3 or 4. Like, and that's the only problem that I have with it, is that like, if it had the same quality of combat as Devil May Cry 3 and 4 have, it would be my favorite Devil May Cry game. But because it doesn't, it's not quite, like, doesn't quite beat them out. Because there's just something about the like combat animations themselves in, oh god, we're summoning another guy.
Yeah. Who the hell is Jester Thomas? I don't know.
Yeah. There's something about the like animations themselves that just feel a lot faster and smoother in Devil May Cry 3.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about DMC, and then that reminded me of their statement as like,
no,
it is 30 FPS, but it feels like 60.
Well, I never played it on the consoles, and it was never locked to anything on PC. So that was also not an issue for me, I guess, like, because I didn't play the console version that was locked to 30 FPS. I like played it on PC, so it was running at 60 FPS, and so like that was fine as well. But it's
I just want to mention the clusterfuck that is happening in this room.
Yeah, a mimic and like
see fucking explosions and shit.
Yeah, all these poison bats and what? Yeah,
mushroom bugs. We got a mimic.
We got
a jester.
The gameplay in DMC is not as smooth as Devil May Cry 3 or 4, which is admittedly like it's an issue, but I don't think it kills the game. It certainly doesn't make it worse than Devil May Cry 1 or 2.
Right.
Yeah,
I
like all those games.
All of them.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
I don't think that Devil May Cry 2 is a particularly bad game. It's like,
well, maybe it's just not as good as the others.
It has the stupidest story because it's the one that tried to be like super serious, but
okay, well, yeah, it's a bit ironic.
Yeah, but I mean, the gameplay in it is far better than the gameplay from the first game.
Right.
It's just not. It's the one that was in between the first game, which was what got people into the franchise in the first place, and it's the one in between Devil May Cry 3, which is the first one that was actually good. So,
you know, if you squint your eyes and tilt your head, you could have replaced Devil May Cry with Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah. Although, like, Dark Souls 1 is a very good game, so.
I know, but I was really more into, like, got people into the franchise.
Yeah.
I wonder how
many people.
like fucking demolishing this boss is so fucking bad. Like Medusa.
Well,
Like barely any creativity was put into this.
headless Medusa. Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, well, that was very, very quick.
Good.
Alright. See you guys.
Yeah.
Why did he... What was that fire explosion?
Jester
for?
Thomas
Okay.
wanted to, you know,
Leave us
leave
with a
something
parting
behind.
gift of fire.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh yeah, I was alright. I wonder how many people who like got into Dark Souls had played Demon Souls originally.
I don't think a lot of people, because it was PS3 exclusive.
Well, yeah. Doesn't I mean by
There's a
2011.
very strong community on PC for Dark Souls.
Yeah, but by 2011, like, PS3 didn't have a small install base.
Well, how many people do you know are into Dark Souls?
The better question would be how many people do I know that are into gaming, to be honest. But, here we go. Look at that. Hey,
Oh yeah,
how did we get here?
we just made the most ridiculous transition from area to area I have ever seen. So,
How did we get
keen-eyed
inside of a
viewers,
volcano? Oh, God.
keen-eyed viewers will see that we were climbing a tower, up an
Yeah.
elevator, and now
Yeah.
we're in the entrance to a fortress in a volcano.
Yep. Yeah. We went up from... Mind you, the area was called Earthen Peak. Even.
Yeah,
And we
didn't
were-
go around. We didn't go around a mountain or over a mountain.
Yeah.
We went
Up.
to the top.
Yeah, up to a peak, and we were going up along the peak, and then we reached an elevator and took it up into the middle of a volcano somehow. Okay, all right, sure.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you saw in the reveal, I think it's the real trailer, you definitely see it in the Dark Souls 2 Golden intro. You actually see an environment before Iron Keep, and that environment was not Earthen Peak. So probably a level was cut between Earthen Peak and Iron Keep, and they couldn't finish it or something. So the best they could come with is an elevator.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway,
Dark Souls 2.
this guy, who is apparently a scumbag according to other NPCs, will stay on this rock, and he will provide ladder services for a price.
He's not actually making the ladders though. He's just like they're sitting beside him, and he grabs them and lowers them.
He's called Laddersmith. Laddersmith Gullivan.
Yeah. But
So
these ladders
he-
are like pre-made. Why
Yo,
did we
no,
pay him?
you're not paying for the service of making ladders. He's paying for the service of placing them.
Well, but I
Understand?
mean, we could just grab the ladder ourselves.
No, we can't. Do you see another ladder next to him? You don't.
It only spawns
can't.
once we've paid him.
Exactly.
Yeah. He makes it appear out of the ether. So
Yeah. Try to guess where he grabs the ladder. Like
how many
I'm
times-
actually paying attention where he's getting the ladder from. All right,
So-
he gets up
yeah, he just
Behind
goes
him?
around behind
behind the rock.
Suddenly
I don't know
there's
where.
yeah. Suddenly there's a ladder behind where he was sitting.
Yeah, it was
know.
directly behind where he was sitting. Okay. Look at the length of that ladder.
Yep, it's a tiny one.
It's extremely tiny. Like he didn't even put any effort into making this one.
So
It's like made out of
how many-
leftovers.
How many times are we gonna die trying to descend into this hole?
Less than twice.
Fantastic.
I can confirm we will die less than twice going down that hole.
Good.